According to the Director General of the Vision 2030, Mugo Kibati, severe setbacks ranging from drought to high fuel prices has slowed down the momentum in the implementation of the first phase projects for Vision 2030. But he is happy with the progress made so far and is optimistic that the vision will be accomplished on time.
With a lot. And it's not just the highways you see like in Thika. Across the entire country, new roads have been built or continue to be built as part of the Roads 2030 program. So you have the Isiolo, Merile, 140 kilometers complete. Energy. We have geothermal energy, wind energy, more hydro power energy. We are going to achieve Vision 2030. We have made tremendous strides and the foundations are in place. It's a long journey. It's a 22-year journey. We are now in year number 4. Or rather, we finished year number 4, we have just started year number 5. So if you look at where we are in year number 4.5, out of 22 years, I am very happy with the progress made thus far.
Speaking at a roadshow organized to sensitize Kenya on country's flagship Vision 2030, Mugo says most Kenyans are ignorant of some of the efforts being made to implement the vision while urging them to be part of the implementation by maintaining peace, which is a critical component in its implementation.
Is to actually try and reach the people at the ground, the grassroots, so to speak, who don't always read the papers or pay attention to television or have access to television. We want to take Vision 2030 to the grassroots. People who may not be able to experience, airports, for instance, but they care about the flagship project in the agriculture sector, which is about fertilizer distribution to farmers across the country at an inexpensive price. They care about the building of primary schools, of secondary schools across the entire country. People in northeastern Kenya, some of whom may be nomadic, care about the Vision 2030 flagship project that is focused on mobile primary schools so that they can actually follow the children wherever they are and to ensure that we actually have 100% access to education, primary education for all.
So far, there has been legitimate progress where bills touching on education reforms have been taken to the floor of the House and once enacted by Parliament will help align the education system with the new constitution and spur development countrywide.
It's important to realize that we are undertaking some of the most significant reforms in this country in terms of education. We have had the Examinations Act that was signed by the President just last week. We have 7 bills in education. The TSC bill was also signed, but the educational bills include a new curriculum, a curriculum that moves away from the old rote learning to something that more creative, that allows also people with special talents, whether it is sports or the arts, to have a system of education that caters to them. These are radical, fundamental reforms. And as I mentioned earlier, an important reform, once these bills are enacted, and they've already been approved by Cabinet, and now they're in Parliament, is to make sure that we finally achieve the 100% transition rate from primary school to secondary school so that every citizen born in Kenya, at a minimum, achieves a Form 4 secondary school equivalent education.
The new constitution, the construction of Thika Road and free primary education are some of the projects the government is so far proud to have achieved in the first phase of the Vision 2030. But it still has a long way to go on improving key sectors like agriculture, tourism and industrialization if Kenya is to achieve its vision of being middle-income country by the year 2030. For GBS Primetime News, I'm Namkabo Werunga.